Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Ghost Stories. I am so happy to see everyone who's here tonight. And let me start out by saying hello to everyone. We have the Wise Up Show, we have Mike F., we have Arm Distance in the house, we have Dude Man in the house. I think that's it so far. It's okay. We'll take it what we can get, right? And as you can see, I have my partner Lenny here, who is in full spirit of tonight's theme, witches. He's got his witch hat on. Can't really see very well, but because it's a little big for him. But he's trying. What can I tell you? Antonella, good to see you. And I need to light my candles because it wouldn't be a Friday Night Ghost Story without candles. So let's go through those motions before we do anything else. I hope everyone's having a great evening. Kind of weird out tonight, right? Kind of like soupy, kind of rainy, then not raining, kind of brisky, but warm. It's kind of weird weather tonight. Really, really weird weather. At least where I am, it is. Let me just clean off this camera here. And Yankees, good to see you, my friend. What am I doing? Lighting candles. That's what I'm doing. All right, so we got Edgar and Poe over here. Let's light them up before we get started, because it wouldn't be story time without candles. But I have the windows open because it's warm in here, which means the candles are going to blow around a little bit. But let's do the best we can here. We don't want to start a fire. But I think we might need to get a new candle here for our owl friend because it's just getting really low. I got these candles pretty cheap on, where'd I get them? Amazon. But the problem is that you need to tape the bottoms because they're too thin for the candle holders. And Ralph Mucci has failed to find me any new candle holders from his dumpster diving exploits. So until that time, we must improvise. And we'll go from there. Let's see, is anyone else in the chat that I didn't say hello to? I apologize if I haven't, but I think I've hit everybody that's here. Let me change this guy here. That's pretty big, though. Let's see. I'm going to move him over. Hold on. And we're going to shut out the light in a second. Let's move this guy over here like this. And Todd Father, how are you? Hopefully we won't have a fire in here. Anyway, so anyway, tonight's theme. Let me shut my light off here. Tonight's theme is witches, and I did a story once before on witches. I think a couple of times I did stories on witches, but this one I wanted to focus on specifically my state of origin, New Jersey, and see what was really I could find and do some research back in the day to see if there was any record of witches being tried. We've all heard of the witch trials of Salem, right? We've all heard that and how terrible that was, and 20 people were executed. None of which were actually witches, but nonetheless, it happened. And there's various ghosts from those deaths that haunt Salem. There's plenty of stories about them. But I wanted to see about my state of New Jersey. So I did a little digging and I found a couple of instances. Now, the most famous one happened in the town of Mount Holly, New Jersey. And that's down in Burlington County, near Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, near Pennsylvania, near the Delaware River. And it happened around 1730. And the story goes that there was a man and a woman, so a wizard and a witch, a man or woman that were accused of witchcraft. And the townspeople of Mount Holly all gathered together and grabbed them, seized them, arrest them, whatever you want to call it, and proceeded to have a series of witch trials, as they call them. Now, I'll take a little bit of the suspense out and tell you that no one was executed. No, nothing as severe as that. Hi, Chris Trock. Thank you for joining. Like in Salem. But what they did do was seize these two people and put them through trials. Now, this is such an interesting story because the trials they put them through are kind of funny in the sense of a modern sense, like who would ever think to do these things? And then it's interesting to me how they put the two accused witches through the trials, but they also put two of the accusers through the trials as kind of a litmus test to see that the tests would actually work or would actually prove that they were witches or using witchcraft. So they gathered in the town square and they had these two individuals and the two accusers in custody. And one theory was that a witch would be identified if you weighed them against the Bible, and that a witch is evil, their soul is controlled by the devil. So it stands to reason that the Holy Bible would outweigh them when you put them on a scale. So that was the first test. They got out a scale, a makeshift scale, and had each witch and each accuser sit on the scale and put a Bible on the opposite side to see what would happen. Well, unfortunately, all four of the individuals, unfortunately for the accusers, all four of the individuals were heavier than the Bible. So that test was obviously not a good one, right? Because if the witches and the non-witches would have had a different type of outcome, then you would think that the accusers would weigh more and the witches wouldn't. So it could mean that, or it could mean that they're actually innocent, right? So that wasn't conclusive. So they moved on to the next trial. The next trial took them down to the local pond. And this is scary. It would be scary to me if I was in this situation. It was believed that a witch would float in water, whereas a normal human being would sink. So how do you determine? How do you do this? Well, number one, you have to stop the individual from swimming to see whether they float naturally or sink naturally. So they tie the person's hands together and the feet together, and they toss them in in the water to see what happens. So they do such, and again, what happens? This one is also inconclusive because One person sinks, which is the male witch, the wizard, the accused wizard sinks, which would mean that he's not a wizard. And the other three, the two accusers and the witch and the female witch, float. So both tests were thrown out completely, and the end result was that no one was convicted of witchcraft. Now, you might say, like, what caused this? What caused the whole witchcraft thing to come up? And it was said that um, these two people, who I'm assuming were husband and wife, because it doesn't specifically say. And in fact, the article was in the Pennsylvania Gazette from 1730, and it describes something that happened the prior October in Gloucester, New Jersey, Mount Holly, New Jersey, Gloucester County. I'm sorry, Burlington County. And but it didn't identify the individuals by name. Didn't say who they were at all. But I'm assuming if it was a male and female tried together, they had to be living together. And what they were accused of was making hogs talk, and making sheep dance. Now, those are pretty wild things. Talking hogs. Also, they made hogs sing psalms, which is also interesting to me too, because if it was a witch, why would the witch make the animals sing psalms, which are godly things, right? They're religious things. So why would the witch do that? So that didn't make any sense to me either. But it was in the Pennsylvania Gazette, and some people believe this and some people don't. Like, some people think it was an actual hoax completely, even back then in 1730. That's kind of hard to think about, right? A hoax in 1730. But the owner of the Pennsylvania Gazette was Benjamin Franklin. And at the time, Benjamin Franklin was known to play a joke or two on people. So it's suspected that this was his sarcasm at work. It was his way of kind of making fun of country bumpkins and their witchcraft, their superstitious witchcraft. But there's no way of knowing one way or the other, because he himself never wrote about it. And that was the thing about Benjamin Franklin. When he did these jokes, and most of them were done in writing. Like, he would write to his own Gazette as a woman, or he'd write to other places as a woman, an old woman, or an old man at the time. This is when he was young. And all different types of characters he would write as. So he would never tell anybody these things. So, and he wouldn't document it anywhere. So there's no way to know for sure if Benjamin Franklin made this thing up, or maybe he embellished. Maybe something happened like this and embellished a bit. So I don't know, what you decide what it is, right? You decide whether it's fake or not. But I just think it's an interesting story. And it's the only documented witchcraft trial that took place in the state of New Jersey. Now, where a witch was tried, right, for this stuff. There was another witch trial, but it's an interesting switch, because it wasn't a trial to determine if someone was a witch. It was the trial of an action, a civil action brought by someone who was accused of being a witch. And her name, I wrote this down, so make sure I get this right. Her name was Abigail Sharp, and she lived in Woodbridge, New Jersey. And she brought an action against someone by the name of Abraham Shotwell, because Abraham Shotwell had publicly accused her of being a witch, and she brought a libel claim against him. Now, this one is this thing is documented in the law books of 17. The trial took place in May 13th, 1727. Now, remember, this was a colony then. It was the King's Court of New Jersey at the time. And the pleadings that she put forth said that Abraham Shotwell decided to publicly go around accusing her of witchcraft, saying making up several supernatural events. And one of them was that she would take the shape of a cat in front of you. She would turn into a cat. And in fact, he said that she was seen on his roof and suddenly she turned into a cat before his very eyes. And then he also accused her of bewitching his horse, which was ended up dying. And he said because of the bewitchment, the horse ended up dying. So he was going around the local town accusing her of this, trying to stir up trouble to get her kicked out. And she took action upon herself and filed a lawsuit against him. Number one, to stop it, and number two, to seek damages for her reputation because she had a business, and she said that her business was being harmed by this false negativity about her. Hi, Paul. Hi, Gina. Hi, See No Evil. Good to see you guys. Arlene, Bella Rose. Awesome to see you guys in the chat. I love to see that. Thank you for joining. So, what was the end result of that? Well, I'm really not sure what the end result was of that because all that is her pleadings. The only thing that's still a record of is her pleadings where she brought the lawsuit. Now, I think she may have won the lawsuit or at least been declared legally not to be a witch because there's no record of her ever continuing this issue. So it must have been some type of adjudication that got her to take her lawsuit back or what have you. So interesting. New Jersey has an individual who was a witch who was suing someone for calling them there was a witch back in 1727. So that's a long time ago. And, that's how it goes. It's pretty interesting stuff there. And I also looked into some of the laws at the time of the colony of New Jersey to see, was there any indication of concern about witchcraft? And there was. In fact, in May of 1668. Now think about that, 1668. That's pretty long ago. There was a law passed. Now at the time, New Jersey was split in two. There was East and West Jersey, East and West New Jersey. Now, West New Jersey never had any laws against witchcraft but East New Jersey did. And East New Jersey passed a law in 1668 that said any person found to be a witch, either male or female, they shall be put to death. So New Jersey had the laws in place to set up, well, at least the eastern half of it was, laws in place that could have ended up with a tragedy like Salem, but nothing ever came of it, thankfully. It wasn't until 1703 that the two New Jerseys mulled together and become one colony, one New Jersey colony. So anyway, those are your two documented witch stories in New Jersey. Now, there is another one. In this one, there's no real record of it. It's purely word of mouth. It's purely legend or lore, folklore. And this one has to deal with what's called, the Witch's Well. Now, the Witch's Well can be found in cemetery, again, back down in Burlington County. And basically what it is it's an old pump house. And back in the day, there were these pump houses anywhere there was a mill. And then there's an old mill that was near this place where the cemetery is. But anyway, the story goes that there was a woman that lived in the town that was actively practicing witchcraft. And the townspeople rose up. And they didn't bother to have a trial, though, this time. They just grabbed her and threw her down this well. And unfortunately, for her sake, she didn't die when she hit the bottom of the well. She was still alive and was screaming for help for days and banging and banging and banging on the stone walls of the well till her knuckles bled. And then eventually she succumbs to death, whether it be starvation or hyper, what is it called? exposure to elements, right? So she does die there. Now, ever since that occurred, supposedly locals have said that you can hear her screaming from the well, and in fact, you can hear banging and banging and banging and banging, any other each and every night on the well. And in fact, there had become so many complaints about this, or so many people afraid of it, that they built a shed around the well, and with a door on it. So a stone shed they built on it, put a roof on it, and a big hardy oak door, and they locked it shut so that they could, I guess, protect people from it, or at least contain some of the people going there, or hearing the sounds from the spirit of this witch that was in the well. And they still say today, and people in that area, kids in that area especially, will say that they go to the witch's well and they bang on the door of the stone shed. And they swear that if you bang on the door and you wait 3 seconds or more, you'll hear banging back exactly as you've done it. Um, and some say they still hear cries that come up through the well. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Hi, Gianni. How are you? Noel, good to see you, my friend. And in that same cemetery area there in Burlington County, there's something called the Holy, Holy, Holy Altar. And this is interesting too, because there's no explanation for this. There's no documented explanation as to what this thing is. Now, it's a slab, it's a concrete slab that looks like an altar, and it's seated in the cemetery. It's like in the cemetery, and it's not far from the well, and it's about 8 feet long and about 3 feet wide, and carved on it are the words "Holy, Holy, Holy." Now, the cemetery has no record of what this is. That it's just always been there, and theory or legend has it that this was an altar that witch that got thrown down the well used to sacrifice children that she unsuspectedly captured to the devil. And it was later on, after she was thrown down the well, that they chiseled in "Holy, Holy, Holy" in efforts to dispel the evil around it, bring God's blessing on it and get rid of the evil that it wrought. So that's still there too, um, eh, right next to the well, right next to the witch's well. But it's a stone altar with no documented record of where it came from. So creepy stuff for, uh, especially at this time of year. If you want to go visit that, I'm curious as to what you'd find if you ever did visit that. But it seems that Burlington County, or the Mount Holly area, because this is right there, seems to be the epicenter of witchcraft in New Jersey, or used to be the epicenter of witchcraft in New Jersey. In fact, there is also a Pennsylvania witch trial that's documented in 1684. And that was a woman by the name of Margaret Matson. And she was found not guilty of witchcraft, but she was found guilty of fame of being a witch. Now, you might say, what on earth is that? Fame of being a witch. Well, at the time, you remember, you're talking about Quakers that were in that area in Pennsylvania. And according to their theological code, which governed them, there was no separation between church and state. Their state laws were based on their theological laws. So, if you did things that would make people believe you to be a witch, that was a crime too, even if you actually weren't a witch. And that's what they found her guilty of: fame of being a witch. And and she was expelled. Her penalty was that she was expelled from the colony. So she was kicked out of Pennsylvania. And where does she go? She goes across the river to Delaware to live in Burlington County, New Jersey, the seed of witchcraft in in New Jersey. So I thought that was kind of interesting too. Another light of kind of um, roads leading to one place, witches are going to one place in New Jersey. So I thought that was kind of cool. Hey, Gerard, nice to see you. Mike F., how are you, my friend? I said hello to you before. You may not have been here, but I said hello before. I said hello to Gina, too. Good to see you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second here. Ooh. So those are my stories, my witchcraft stories for New Jersey. There's not much, there's not much. There really wasn't. And but those do exist. Those 3 stories exist. I don't know what you guys believe, if you believe in witches, or I'm not talking about your modern day Wicca people, who call themselves witches. I'm talking about good old fashioned evil doing witches that eat children, sacrifice them to the devil, and cast spells. I don't know if anybody believes in that. I've never encountered one, and I don't think so. Adam, good to see you, my friend. How are you? Who is cinnamon? Who is cinnamon? I don't see that cinnamon. So people are saying hello to cinnamon. Did I miss somebody here? I missed somebody, I guess, huh? TT is here. How are you? Did I miss someone? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't see anybody named Cinnamon here, but people were saying hello to Cinnamon. I don't know what that is. Oh, Cinnamon Girl. Oh, okay. She was here or is here. Thank you for joining. I missed you before. I apologize for that. I didn't see you in the chat. Yeah. So, Mary Worth. Gerard, you believe in Mary Worth. Interesting. Okay. I don't know about the Bell Witch story. That's one that a lot of people believe is true. And that happened, I think, in the 1820s or something like that, or 1830s, something like that. And that's I believe, in Maryland, the Bell Witch. But, and I never understood why they called it a witch. I mean, I think it's more of like a demon or a spirit, an evil spirit or an evil demon haunting. So, but they call it the Bell Witch. Yes, Noel, it's Friday, so I have my old fashioned ready. Yeah. So, what is everybody else doing tonight? Anything? Just hanging out. Hi, Patty. Good to see you. Anybody have any plans for the weekend? Any spooky plans coming up? It is the season. 'Tis the season. I know that there's plenty of like those haunted hay rides and stuff like that going on. I've never really done anything like that, though. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. The only thing I ever did was the Haunted Mansion in Long Branch, New Jersey when I was a kid. That was the only really spooky thing that I ever went to. Oh, Patty, Sunday's your birthday? Well, happy birthday to you. Gerard, when you were a kid, you would look into the mirror and repeat 3 times and say, believe in Mary Worth, and she was a witch. And then what would happen? Would she appear? Her reflection, she appears in your reflection? Is that what's supposed to happen? And Adam, you would like to go to a costume party? Yeah, I would. I always liked going to costume parties. I know some people don't like that at all, but I always liked it. I thought it was fun. I'm invited to one, but I can't go. I'm invited to one actually this weekend. I can't because I have to go to my daughter's college for parents' weekend. But those were always fun. I liked them. Mike F is measuring kitchen cabinets. Mike F, let me ask you something. Are you sure that house is not haunted that you bought? I have no reason to say that. I just figured I'd throw that out there. Mrs. Butterworth. Antonella would like a costume party too. Maybe we should have a costume party. Maybe we'll have a costume party. Everybody can come. You're going to a college football game? Which college football game are you going to, Mike F? The big game tomorrow, in case anyone's interested, is Penn State versus Ohio State. That's the big college game tomorrow. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's see if Todd Father wants to come up. Hold on. Oklahoma versus FSU. Okay. That's right. You're in Oklahoma now. I forgot about that. A criminal lawyer. There you go. That's a good one, Arms. No, I have a couple of costumes that I've had over the years. Hello. What's
What is
happening?
going down?
What are you up
Can you
to
hear me?
tonight? I can hear you fine.
All right, so a couple things. So are you telling me that Ben Franklin was the world's oldest troll?
He was. He was the original troll. He was
Yeah,
the original
yeah.
troll.
I mean,
Can't
you know,
beat that.
who would have thought all these years later if he was only alive today? You know what I mean?
Can you imagine what he'd do with the internet? It would be
No.
nuts. It'd be nuts.
um, no, my wife is at the Shania Twain concert, and
Ah.
my son was at the pre-homecoming activities tonight,
Ah, okay.
and so me and my daughter took a trip to Spirit Halloween.
Nice.
So I sent you guys a couple of pictures,
I
which I
saw some
thought
of
would
those.
be good costumes for you guys.
I saw some of those pictures. Yes, I did. Well, we could save that. We could save that for the Halloween show. We could save that stuff for that.
Yeah, speaking of which, so we'll make that decision soon, but it's going to be on mine or Anthony's show. We're going to do a Halloween costume party. So anybody who's here is listening who wants to dress up, we're going to figure out some sort of prize to give away for best costume. And I already know who I'm dressing up as. I actually bought a few things tonight
Nice.
to help with my costume. So so
I
um
was thinking I was going to be Stiggs, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
well if you're well yeah well that'll make two of us
Whatever. I
then.
don't know. I mean, I got Ralph right
So
here, so I don't really need to do anything for Ralph. I got him ready to go right here. But there he is. Hey, Ralphie buddy, what's happening?
oh there he is. So yeah, so on next Friday night, a week from today, either Anthony or myself will be hosting a Halloween costume party. We're all gonna dress up, and I think it was me, you, Ralph, Stiggs, and Thindu. We're gonna dress up as. I mean, we could dress up as whatever, but
That's
I think
true.
we were gonna
Yeah.
dress up as one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, and then anybody's welcome up on the panel who has their um, costumes, and we'll do a best costume contest if you guys want to, or just join and just have some fun. So I think it's a
Yeah,
good
that'll be
idea.
great. I like
You
that. I
know,
like the whole idea. It's awesome. I mean, if for the chat to participate would be awesome too. Come up and we'll do our best to keep trolls out. But
yeah. So I was thinking of setting up some music and speakers and lights, and I think we could have a good time out of it. You know what I mean?
oh
Something
yeah,
different.
It'll definitely be fun. Wait a minute, hold on a second. We got a troll here. Hold on. Let me let the troll in here. There's the troll.
Hey,
What's going down?
What's up, bro?
what's going on, guys?
How are you?
Fantastic. I just got done eating some buffalo wings. Buffalo wings that I took home from the restaurant, and they were excellent.
Just wings.
You don't call them buffalo wings in Todd Father's present. You call them wings.
Oh well, that's
Wings.
what they're called. That's what they're called in the restaurant. Buffalo wings.
I know, but he doesn't like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. What do you want me to do? That's what they call them in the restaurant.
Ralph, you sound pretty fired up. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I just got home. I mean, I've been working all day. I was listening to Anthony in the car. Great. And then I came upstairs. I'm relaxing now. And as far as the Halloween costume show, can you make it after 8:30?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I worked till if it's a Friday that you're going to do it on, I work till 8:30.
Yeah,
and I need time to get dressed, and I need time to get dressed and get into character.
Yeah, well, this is what we were thinking because I have my show planned, so I moved my show to 8. So my show usually goes to 8 to 9. Usually goes to 9 to 10, but it'll go to 8 to 9, and then we'll do the party at 9. So that'll work for you.
Say it again. I'm sorry, you cut out, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Oh, I moved my show to 8, so my story, my Sleepy Hollow story show, will go from 8 to 9, and then we'll do the party right after.
Okay, great. Oh, yeah, so you're doing a Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah,
that should be a good story.
Yeah. So we went to Spirit Halloween, and I bought some stuff for my own costume, and my daughter got some stuff. She got a. Hang on. I'm gonna go off camera for 1 second.
All right.
Well, hey, Todd, they have Spirit of Halloween up there.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's a nice store. They got everything.
That's got to be the premier Halloween store these days.
They sprung all over the place, and it's really a good store. They have a lot of good stuff in there.
We actually had a good time in there, just having fun, just looking at all the cool stuff.
I know.
It's amazing how much stuff they have there.
I know. The props are great, aren't they?
Yeah. So you guys know my daughter. So that is the mug that I bought her for her hot chocolate.
That's great. That is great.
So have a nice day.
A nice day. Excellent. I like
there
it.
You go.
I like that.
Oh, it holds like a gallon. Look at this thing. It'll hold a gallon of coffee or hot cocoa.
Yeah, you should give that to Stiggs.
Yeah, and then I got her a sweet knife too.
Nice.
But if I show you what I bought for myself, then I'll give away my costume. So
all right, no, all right. You save it.
Yeah. So
hey, Vinny, good to see you, Vinny. Thanks for joining.
I have no idea who you're going to be with that knife.
No, not me. My daughter. That's my daughter's knife.
Oh, that's your daughter's knife. Oh.
Cut it out, Ralph. Or I'll give you a smack. All right.
I'm
out on. I don't have long sleeves on her. It'd be funnier. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, that would be great. Put that in the sleeve.
Yeah. So I got to meet.
Go ahead. I'm going to be right. You know how I'm going to be. So I got.
You got to be themed, dude. You got to be themed.
But I got to find. I don't know if they make it anymore. Remember the glasses with the nose that's connected to the glasses?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course they do.
They still make that?
Yeah, they have to.
Of course they do.
Okay.
Oh, I think I just kicked Cooper. He was under me.
Oh, Ralph.
But
I'm done. I'm done.
Done.
I'm done. That's great.
So I actually got to. This is all first for me. So it's my son's first homecoming. I met his first date tonight.
Nice.
They had some activities at the school. It's just weird. It's new. Mm-hmm. And then tomorrow we're going to go over to her house to do the pictures and then take them, obviously, to the dance in my sweet van.
Oh, so the dance is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought the dance was tonight. Okay.
Yeah. So she seems like a really nice girl, and it's just weird.
Wait a minute. That's your son's first date, or?
Yeah. Tomorrow to homecoming. Yep.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. So I bought him his suit last week, and then I I had laid him out all my ties today, so he picked out a tie that matched her dress, and yeah, so we're ready to roll for tomorrow.
How old is he, Todd? 14?
15.
15.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day tomorrow. So
Yeah.
while he's at his homecoming dance, that's when my wife and I have to squeeze in our anniversary dinner. So
Good luck with that. Getting that done quickly.
I know, right?
Yeah, I got to go to the college tomorrow for my daughter. It's parents' weekend, and that's where I'll be tomorrow. And then
It's kind of
Ralph.
it's kind of hard to have date nights when you're married and have kids. You know, you gotta
And work overnights.
yeah, and you gotta kind of like squeeze it in there, and it's rough. Because Todd, I had your hours, a long time ago, so I know it's rough. Those hours.
What's going on, Vinny? How are you? Mike F wants me to break your balls and get you in a bad mood, Ralph. I don't know if
Mike
you're
F?
looking at the. Yeah, I don't
Nah,
know if
I can't get in a bad mood tonight. I mean, I've been in a bad mood like for the last 2 weeks when I was sick, so I'm feeling pretty good. So nothing's gonna get me in a bad mood.
We'll give you.
no,
we'll
we don't
give
need
Mike.
you in a bad mood.
We'll give Mike a smack.
You
We'll
can
give him
abuse
a
the shit
crack.
out of me. You can abuse the shit out of me tonight. Don't worry about it.
Let me tell you something,
Wait a
Mike
minute,
F.
hold
Let
on.
me tell you something. So
Arms, I don't even remember. That's how long ago it was. I would have to say, I would probably have to say 14, maybe 13. I think it was 13 in grammar school.
hey, Ralph, is that your cousin that Anthony's with?
That's my brother. Where's the cigarette? He needs a cigarette.
No, he doesn't have a cigarette.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
He was moving. He
funny.
was moving earlier before by himself when you were telling the story.
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph, do you want to do some karaoke on the Halloween show?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
I'll sing if you will. Why not?
Yeah,
I'll get a couple of these in me, and then we'll be all right. So
yeah, I don't mind. I don't care. Yeah, I'll sing.
That'll be fun. Have a little.
I think
I'll
anything.
sing
I think
along.
anything.
I'm working on Hootie and the Blowfish's song. Only One to Be With You.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that song. Reminds me of my older son.
You're actively going into the studio again?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been trying to get in there for the last month and a half, but between me not feeling good, my voice being screwed up, me not feeling good, and then with their bands, I can't seem to get in there. I got like 4 or 5 songs I want to do.
Yeah, it's right. It's hard to get time because they get priority, right? The bands get priority. Yeah.
They always get priority because they use the stage and they're shooting videos while they're on stage. So they get first priority. Now, Wednesday nights there, it's like a night, Anthony, it's like a nightclub in there in the studio. They have this huge stage, and in front of the stage are like all tables and high top tables and chairs with candles on them. It's like a nightclub environment. And they have on a Wednesday night they have open mic.
Oh, nice.
Whoever wants to come in and sing, So
do people bring like food and stuff with them and like booze and stuff?
Yeah,
right?
it's BYOB.
Bring your own, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they do. Some people do bring food. I mean,
Yeah.
but not not many.
Mhm.
But it's like a night. I can't explain. It's like a nightclub environment where because they have a couple of stages, and this particular stage they have the open mic is really big, and it's like you got to picture the high top tables and chairs with the candle on it, real nice, romantic and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. I have yet to go to an open mic because I'm working.
Yeah.
So a couple things here. Arms, if you want to do a request, by all means, brother. I'll try to accommodate you the best I can. I was thinking of setting up like my DJ laptop, and I don't know. I'll get about 7,000 copyright strikes, but we'll make it happen.
If anyone wants,
I don't think you'll get struck.
Yeah, why not? So what?
You'll get you'll get like what we get, like Tommy and I get.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
copyright.
we'll go all out. We'll go all out. Hang on one sec, guys.
Well, if anyone has requests, send an email. Send an email ahead of time so that Todd can prepare for it. That'll make it a little bit easier. And then we can go from there.
Adam, hold on a second. Adam, did you mention that to me not too long ago? Was that you that mentioned me with that song? That song, it was very depressing when I was a kid. That's a very depressing song.
Honey, I Miss You by Bobby Goldsboro.
Sees how big it's grown, but friend, it hasn't been. That song.
I think I know what song you're talking about.
That's from the 60s.
Yeah.
It's about a girl who dies. They were I don't know if they were married, but it was about a couple, and she passes away. It's a really sad.
Lovely. Lovely.
I'll tell you what.
It's a real downer. It really is.
I'll tell you what, Arms. If I have a couple Elko beverages and want to piss off my neighbors, I'll try Metallica. Why not? So. I can do it. I know I can. I just like I said
Purple. Good to see you,
I'd have
Purple.
to be yelling. I have to yell sing.
Purple and William in the house. Thank you for
Hey,
joining us.
William, how are you? Purple lady, how are you? TT, Adam, who else? Gina, Mike F, Arms,
The little arm waving.
Antonella, Vinny Bracco,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Gianni.
Oh my. Oh man. That's creepy. Those things are creepy.
I should go put a long sleeve shirt on.
Are those regular sized hands?
They're tiny hands. They're really tiny.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with those hands? Should I ask?
I'm gonna come and slap you in the face with them. Challenge you to a duel.
Holy mackerel!
Where's Thien tonight? Sleeping? Thien sleeping, huh?
Hey, he's in hibernation.
Yeah.
So those hands were in the checkout line. So there he is.
There he is. Look, I mention him and he pops up.
There he is.
So I really want to go all out with my costume here. So I might have to have an aquarium with some dead fish behind me.
Oh boy.
That's a good idea, man.
I'm serious. I'm telling you, I got all my mind is going.
Get like the skeleton fishes flying. Like the skeletons of fishes flying around.
Yeah, like a fish boneyard. Yeah. So.
What does he only have fish left?
One.
I think he has one.
No.
Yeah.
One out of.
Diggs likes the idea.
And he wants to get a monkey. Can you imagine him with a monkey?
Oh,
no.
Please.
No. It's not a good idea.
He's not getting any monkeys, believe me.
No, he won't get a monkey.
Monkey.
Yeah. So
yes.
I think
anybody that's in Anthony's chat right now, when we do have this show next week, you're more than welcome to come on and as dressed up.
Absolutely.
And if you want to dress up as any of us, that's cool too. So,
or if you want to dress up as Don McHugh or Andrea Fatale or anyone else while you're at it,
it would be nice to see some of the ladies come on dressed up. But I know some of them are shy. Well,
Halloween's an opportunity to keep your face right. Cover
there you
your
go.
face.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's the costume. Yep.
That's true.
So Thien might come over here or vice versa.
So
cool. we might be together when we do it. So
yeah, that was weird, Todd. When you were at his house, it's kind of weird, like to see.
What happened to him? I didn't kick him out. He kicked himself out.
Anthony, am I allowed to drink on your podcast here, buddy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is a drink-friendly podcast.
All right. I just don't want to be like guzzling beer and
Yeah, no, it's fine. I told you I have like a keg sitting out front that no one's in the back that no one's drinking. Someone dropped off at my house and left it here.
So you need to find out who left that keg there because they're going to get charged a whole bunch of money if it's not back.
Oh yeah, right. You leave a deposit, right? So they're
Yeah.
going to lose
Oh
that
yeah.
money. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Let's see what's going on in the chat here. See no evil.
yeah. So yeah, my wife's getting down with Shania Twain right now. So
Well, that's a good concert. I've heard she does a good show. So that's cool. Good for her.
well,
So fun.
she asked me at first if I wanted to go, and I'm like, no.
Mm.
So um, we did go see Eric Church and Garth Brooks together. I'm just not a big country fan. But you know, she got
I
her
like
friend
country.
in.
I like country. I'm not big into it, but I do like country.
I can. I try. You know, I love my wife. I love her
Hmm.
to death, but I just cannot get into country with her. It's one of the things that we cannot bond over.
And you know what's
So
interesting? My kids like country. Like that's the big thing now, country for kids. And I think it's really because either you like the garbage rap that's out there, and then the only alternative is country. There's no rock anymore. There's no new
right.
rock. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
So,
Yeah, my son listens to like old country, like
oh
George
really?
Jones, like yeah, like the western, like the stuff you'd see on the black and white movie western stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so he's all over the map. He'll go from Johnny Cash to
Hmm.
little I don't know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Rolling,
little something
rolling,
or other.
rolling,
Yeah,
rolling, rolling, rolling. like like that stuff.
yeah. So, but yeah, you said it's Sam Adams too in that keg, huh?
Yes, it is an Oktoberfest Sam Adams keg.
You got to figure out how to preserve that.
Well, I've been icing it. I've been trying to ice it just to save it. But I mean, like, I'm never going to drink all that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know what.
Every little sound, like my dogs are so crazy about my wife that every little noise when she's gone, they're running to the door. It's
Hmm.
like pitiful. It's actually pitiful.
Yes, see no evil.
So,
Blue Brothers, exactly right. The Blues Brothers, exactly. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
singing it, sing it. So, yeah. Now let me go see where Cooper is.
We're gonna go pop that keg. Yeah, Arms wants to come over and pop the peg. Come on over.
Do it.
You're welcome.
Do it. Yeah, he's down by you, right?
I mean, he's yeah, I guess so. He's kind of closer to Stiggs than me, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the festivities for the weekend. We're gonna try to squeeze in our anniversary dinner while the son is at homecoming, and
Nice.
see what's up after that. So
Nah, it'll be good. That'll be good. You'll get it done. You'll get it all in. Believe me. You'll be surprised how
yeah,
those things happen. Even though you worry about, well, how am I going to do this? They'll happen.
yeah. I got to wake up tomorrow morning and take my. Well, I don't know what kind of shape my wife's gonna be in from the concert or whatever, but my daughter's got a riding lesson in the morning, so I got to. One of us are gonna have to take her to her horseback lesson. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
an aristocrat hobby there. That's quite
no,
a
no,
hobby.
no, 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 no. Hang on, my sister got her into that because my niece is, rode horses all her life too and stuff. So,
Mm,
but yeah, but she's getting better and better. It's a nice thing because, she doesn't do much sports or anything like that. So this is
right.
like her little confidence boost in her, activity that she loves to do. You know what I mean?
No,
So
that's cool. No, I
yeah,
think it's really cool actually. My friend's daughter does that. So, she's been doing that her whole life, actually. And she's like, I think she's 17 now, but she's been doing it her whole life. She's actually won ribbons and stuff from competitions. So
yeah.
she's into that stuff.
My
Pretty
niece
good.
went to nationals for 4-H with her
Oh,
horse.
wow.
Yeah, they were traveling all over the country with that horse. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm scared to death to go on a horse. I'll do over 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle or a car, no problem. But horses, I don't know. My dad scarred me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he put me on this little pony when I was about 8 years old, with just the halter, no heart or no saddle, no nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was, I'm like, this thing's slow. This thing's slow. It's not going fast. Well, he cracked it on the ass,
Oh, boy.
and the thing just took off. And I was literally holding onto the halter under the thing's stomach, just holding on for life until they
Oh,
caught the
boy.
horse. And
Oh, boy.
so ever since then, I won't go on it. I won't do it. So
I haven't been on a horse since I was, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old. I mean, like when I was a kid, every summer we would go upstate New York and we'd ride horses there. Like they would have but it wasn't like a wild horse. These were like trained horses. Like they were
Oh
trained for
yeah,
people that don't know how to ride horses. You get on them and they just they kind of go and know what they're doing. But I always enjoyed it. I thought it was fun.
yeah. I think I went on like trail riding when we were in like Lake George one at
Hmm.
one point, and I think other than that, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So, but
Gianni is saying his horses. His aunt had 2 horses when I was young. Cool.
yeah, I mean, my parents and my sister, they still got 3 over there now, and I think 2 out of the 3 you could still ride. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you won't catch me on them. No way.
Yeah. There's tons of horses around here too. This is farm. Well, I got so many farms around here, but I kept my kids away from that because I didn't want to incur the cost of it. Quite frankly.
Oh, that's what I was going to follow up with. That it is I mean, we just go pay the lesson fee and that's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But as far as like actually getting her own horse and all the the stable fees and whatnot,
Yep.
no way. I don't think I'd be able to afford it. Not now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. That's what my friend did. They ended up buying her own horse, and then they find a place to keep it and stable it and all that stuff. And oh my god, the amount of money is
what'd you
just
say?
nuts.
Keep it at our house if I ever do.
Keep what at our house?
A horse? She wants the horse
Oh,
at your house.
Oh, so if I buy you a horse, we can keep it at her house? Yeah, that's great. She can, yeah. She's eavesdropping over there.
That's great.
She's listening. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
That's the little artist, my little
That's
one.
right. She's good. She's a good artist.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually fun going into Spirit Halloween tonight.
Mhm.
I mean, just like the craziness with the costumes, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, I wanted to buy one of those 7-foot dinosaurs you go in, them
Yes.
blow up
The
dinosaurs.
blow up dinosaur.
I was so tempted to buy it just to be that jerk that walks around the neighborhood with it.
That is funny. Those things are funny.
But oh man, they got like everything. They got like they got guys on the toilet sitting down
Do they
that you
really?
can walk. Oh yeah. That video I sent for Teendu for his costume, they had that there.
Nice.
Did you see that in the
I did.
text?
Yes, I
Yeah,
did see
so-
that. I don't think he'd be
Yeah.
wearing that costume.
but yeah, so yeah, it's just amazing. Like I haven't really done any kind of costume shopping like that at all, and
Mhm.
it's just amazing what they have out, and it's expensive.
Oh, it is.
So,
Sure. Absolutely.
It's I get it though. I mean,
Anat-
they put these stores up.
Anatomics or whatever they call those things, those robot things that they have there, they pop up. They're like gigantic. I don't
Oh
know
yeah,
who buys those things, but they're huge.
there's some. I'm gonna have to like stop and take pictures. There's some really cool houses decorated around my house. There's one with this skeleton's literally got to be like 15, 20 foot tall. It's gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got all little ones like they're like like
Yeah.
the kids or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And every single week when the Bills play, they put like the whatever their opponent is, they put their like in the ground. You know what I mean? It's pretty.
Oh, that's
it's pretty
nice.
cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
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 So yeah. So I'm I already told my boss I'm coming in late on Halloween. It's a slow night, so but I'm gonna probably do up the house a little bit. Nothing too
Yeah.
crazy, but like lights and music and stuff like that. So
Yeah, why not? That's cool. I'm still waiting for Ralph's videos of his house when he used to do it, but I still haven't seen them. Ralph, I don't know what you're doing.
yeah, Ralph, get on. You got to get on
Come
that,
on.
Ralph.
We're waiting for that. Everyone's waiting for those.
So, but
yeah, so
yeah, everybody be there next week, next Friday. We'll have official announcement probably at some point this weekend where it's going to be and what time and
mhm.
we'll get our heads together here and we'll have some fun.
Yeah, and my show will be a good warm up for it. You know, I'm going to do the
Yeah,
let
yeah,
the
no
Sleepy
doubt.
Hollow, and then we can go right into the costume show and the party, and it'll be fun for everybody. I think it'll be a good time.
Think about it. What was it, 5, 6 in the morning? We thought about this morning.
Yeah,
So,
right.
you know, amidst all the chaos in the mornings, you know, we found something pretty good here. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So,
I second that.
all right. Well, I'm gonna close things up here. I
All
just
right,
want to say,
sounds good.
before I do that, guys, Godfather show on Sunday. Todd Father, you're always welcome if you're around to join in. We're
Okay,
going to talk about Mo Green, that scene. So, come on by if you're available.
we'll
So,
do. Sure.
all right. Have a good night
All
there.
right, thanks for having me on. All right, we'll see you
Thanks
guys.
for coming in. See you later. All right, guys, I want to thank everyone for stopping in, hanging out, listening to my Tales of Witches, and just spending an evening with us to just chat a little bit. It's always a good time. So, with that, I'm going to say, as always, please hit the like button as you leave. That's great help. We really appreciate it. Help support the show, help us keep going here. I enjoy doing this, and I hope you enjoy listening to it. So, and I'm going to play my little intro and outro, I guess you'd call it, as we leave here. So I'll say thank you again for joining. God bless, and stay scared.